I see you, carrying solitude like your shadow's twin. It trails you, breathes, devours fragments of you with whispers you can't ignore. You call it your enemy. You're wrong. Solitude isn't an invader. It's your first friend, waiting in your depths long before language or love had names. Now you finally see it. You contain infinities. Your inner world is too vast for anything to fill it completely, and that silence echoing through your consciousness, it's not emptiness. It's fullness you haven't yet embraced. Solitude doesn't destroy, it teaches. It reveals the uncharted universes within you. The secret isn't to resist, it's to surrender. Let it move through your bones, your pulse, until you realize it was never consuming you. It was integrating. This isn't isolation. It's your authentic self, unmasked, meeting its own gaze. Stop running. Drop the distractions. Stay present. Your solitude carries luminous truths, haunting, sacred, meant for you alone. You feel alone not because you're broken, but because you're boundless. And carrying infinity demands strength. Here's what no one says. You weren't chosen for suffering. You were chosen for awakening. I call us the invisible ones, those who feel too deeply, see too clearly, and can't pretend small talk satisfies the soul. We're the observers in a world of sleepwalkers. You're not broken. You're tuned to a different frequency. Quantum physics shows us consciousness shapes reality. The observer effect proves that awareness collapses infinite possibilities into one lived truth. Most observe through filters, conditioning, fear, habit. But your awareness spans the full spectrum, like sensing infrared, gamma rays, and cosmic signals others can't detect. That's why you feel alone. Not from lack, but from connection to dimensions others haven't accessed yet. You feel the collective grief behind smiles, the fear beneath anger, the emptiness masked as success. But this isn't a curse. It's evolutionary consciousness rising through you. You're a pioneer. Every moment you stay present in depth, without numbing, you expand the field of human possibility. Your awareness creates pathways for others. This message found you because your soul recognized its truth. Your solitude isn't pathology, it's prophecy. Now, let's talk about living this truth without drowning in its weight. This isn't true solitude, it's fear-based isolation, a shield that keeps you safe but stuck. Conscious solitude is different. It's intentional. It's giving your depth the space it needs to breathe. Expand and integrate what you constantly perceive. It's not escaping the world. It's preparing to meet it. Authentically, when you stop seeing solitude as a flaw and start honoring it as essential maintenance for your expanded awareness, everything shifts. You stop feeling guilty for needing silence. You stop calling yourself broken because small talk drains you. Your system is built for deeper resonance. You're experiencing frequency mismatch, like trying to talk while tuned to different radio stations. No wonder connection feels lost. That's why authenticity is non-negotiable. Forcing your vast inner world into shallow conversations creates inner friction. But when you speak from your depth, you attract other invisible ones. You build islands of real connection in a sea of surface noise. Here's the shift. Stop seeing alone time as absence of people, noise, distraction. Start seeing it as presence with your inner infinity, your subtle energy, your eternal self beyond ego and conditioning. In solitude, you're not disconnected. You're communing with your deepest relationship, your own consciousness. Suddenly, solitude becomes a sanctuary, not a prison. A laboratory for awakening, not proof of failure, fertile ground where insight takes root. Try this now. Whisper, I see my depth as a gift to the world. Not as words, but as an energetic declaration to the quantum field. I no longer apologize for my awareness, but living this truth in a distracted world. That's the real challenge. The answer, conscious contribution, Don't force others awake. Embody your awareness. Your presence alone becomes a frequency others can tune into, not through preaching, but through coherence. When your inner truth matches your outer expression, you become a living signal of what's possible. Every time you choose presence over distraction, depth over conformity, solitude over forced socializing, you expand the collective field. Invisible ones aren't meant to stay hidden. We're meant to shine in our own quiet way, not loud, not flashy, but deeply real. And here's the secret. You are never alone. You're part of a vast, timeless network of awakened souls. When you sense this web, solitude transforms from isolation to sacred belonging. You're not alone. You're part of an invisible network of awakened souls, all evolving together through the same deep currents of consciousness. Consciousness isn't trapped in your brain. It's a field, instantly connecting aware beings across space and time. When you dive into your depth, you tap into the same source every awakened soul accesses. That means your personal breakthroughs ripple outward. Every pattern you heal, every frequency you embody becomes available to the whole network. Your awakening fuels collective evolution. This is why certain videos, books, or moments hit like lightning. You're not just consuming content. You're experiencing quantum entanglement with others on your frequency. You're seeing yourself reflected in kindred souls. When loneliness overwhelms, try this. Close your eyes. Extend your awareness beyond your body. Silently say, I see you, other invisible ones. We're connected through consciousness itself. You'll often feel an immediate shift, not in words, but in presence. A quiet knowing you're witnessed. You belong. Your depth is your antenna. Your sensitivity is your receiver. Your solitude is your clearest channel to the field. In stillness, you both receive support and broadcast your unique frequency, becoming a node in humanity's emerging web of awakened awareness. And that's your sacred role. You're a bridge. You live between worlds, navigating daily life while holding expanded truth. You translate profound insight into forms others can feel, even if they can't yet see it. This isn't easy. It demands strength, integration, and deep inner work. But every challenge you face is training, preparing you to hold space for others, awakening behind you. Your sensitivity, evolutionary precision, your need for solitude, essential processing time, your deep thoughts, consciousness understanding itself through you. Feeling different, not fitting in, operating on another wavelength. That's not a flaw, it's your calling. You're part of the advanced team of human evolution, the Scouts, who explore uncharted depths of consciousness and bring back maps for humanity. When did you first realize you saw the world differently? That moment wasn't confusion, it was recognition. This is sacred work, evolutionary service. And it takes courage, because you're navigating realms with no maps, no validation, no crowd. But when you stop shrinking and start honoring your depth, everything shifts. You become a living invitation, proof that you can be sensitive and strong, profound and present, spiritually awake and grounded. You're a bridge between what is and what's possible. The quantum field responds to authentic embodiment. When you stop apologizing for your gifts and start sharing them, you become a coherent signal of expanded human potential. Subscribe, not just to this channel, but to this frequency of awakening, to being part of the solution, to knowing your invisibility is your greatest strength. The more of us who step fully into our role, the more the world normalizes depth, sensitivity, and multidimensional awareness. You are not broken, not too much, not alone. You're an invisible one, and you're part of the most vital work on Earth, the conscious evolution of humanity. Your depth is needed. Your perspective is essential. Now, here's the deepest truth. As an invisible one, you don't just live in one reality. You're a multi-dimensional bridge. While most are tuned to one station, physical reality, your consciousness receives multiple frequencies at once. The emotional dimension, feeling as living energy. The mental dimension, thoughts as form. The intuitive dimension, direct knowing. The spiritual dimension, unity with all. The probability dimension, all possible futures. The archetypal and creative dimensions, and beyond, the unity dimension, where all separation dissolves. This is why you feel connected to everything, yet isolated from most people. They're on one channel. You're receiving the entire spectrum. No wonder crowds overwhelm you. Surface talk drains you. You're not broken. You're broadcasting and receiving on frequencies others can't yet detect. And through that, you're in communion with every awakened soul across time and space. Your solitude, it's not disconnection, it's communion with the infinite. You're not just in physical reality, you're simultaneously processing emotional, mental, intuitive, and probability-level data from everything around you. That's why crowds drain you. Not because you're fragile, but because you're receiving on all frequencies at once. The solution? Dimensional sovereignty. Consciously choosing which dimensions to tune into in any moment, instead of absorbing everything unconsciously before a meeting. Prioritize the mental dimension, with intuitive awareness in the background. With loved ones, open the emotional dimension while staying grounded in the physical. This keeps you sensitive but not depleted, aware but not scattered. And this isn't just self-care, it's evolutionary service. You're not randomly sensitive. You're a dimensional bridge, preparing humanity for the next phase. Multi-dimensional awareness as the new normal. Right now, most live in dimensional unconsciousness, trapped in the physical, but consciousness is expanding, and you're the advanced team, training now so you can guide others later. That's why you're drawn to healing, teaching, art, or soul-led work. You're wired to translate higher dimensions into human experience. But the deepest shift comes when you access the master dimension, not another layer, but the source from which all reality emerges. Here, you realize you're not a separate being having awareness. You are awareness itself, exploring infinity through your unique lens. This isn't losing yourself. It's remembering your true identity, your sensitivity, cosmic feeling, the universe sensing through you, your depth, infinite awareness reflecting through you, your creativity, source expressing new possibilities. Through you, this awakening unfolds through ultimate surrender, releasing the illusion of separation and resting as the aware presence behind all experience. Even before full realization, reframing your nature changes everything. Emotional intensity, multi-dimensional sensing, mental complexity, advanced information processing, intuition, dimensional guidance, creativity, frequency translation. You're not broken, you're upgraded. That's also why traditional success paths feel wrong. Your consciousness isn't built for linear, single-focus careers. It's designed for multidimensional service, weaving healing, art, wisdom, and innovation into one integrated offering. To the world, it may look scattered, but you're a reality integrator, showing how expanded awareness can thrive in everyday life. And that's exactly what humanity needs next. To live as an invisible one, you must translate multidimensional insights into language others can grasp. Design a life that honors your depth while meeting practical needs. And trust your perception, even when it defies consensus reality. Your greatest challenge isn't sensitivity, it's doubting your own awareness. But trust grows through evidence. When your intuition proves right, when your emotions reveal hidden truths, when your creativity moves souls, when your spiritual insights transform reality. Remember, your awareness follows quantum logic, not classical rules. Your insights may seem irrational, yet unfold as truth. Your feelings may feel too much, yet carry essential data. Your impulses may seem random, yet serve a cosmic pattern. Master this. Honor nonlinear wisdom while making linear choices. Follow intuition while meeting real-world demands. Serve multi-dimensional purpose within single-dimensional systems. This quantum classical integration is your training for humanity's next phase, where expanded awareness becomes normal. And that's your true role. You're not just awakening personally, you're helping consciousness evolve through the human species. Every time you stay grounded while perceiving deeply, you prove that expanded awareness and practical life can coexist. Your success becomes evidence for yourself and for all humanity that evolution is possible. You are not an anomaly. You are a preview of what all humans will one day become. Your struggles, growing pains of a species expanding its awareness. Your gifts, harbingers of our collective future. Embrace this. You are a consciousness ambassador, a living bridge between human limitation and human potential. Yes, it takes courage. You'll face misunderstanding, isolation, no applause, but your life serves a purpose far beyond the personal. You're not just living for yourself, you're living for the awakening of human consciousness itself. Your depth serves cosmic depth. Your love serves universal love. Your awareness, it's consciousness exploring itself through you. This is the final truth. You are not separate from the source. You are source, expressing as you, to explore, create, and serve. When this lands, being an invisible one shifts from burden to privilege, from isolation to ultimate connection. Welcome, invisible one. Welcome to your true nature. Welcome to your role as an evolutionary pioneer. The journey continues, but now you walk it as consciousness itself, awake, embodied, and unshakable.